So I just popped into the new Warhammer app and I found some cool stuff that I wanted to share with y'all. And maybe you already know this, maybe you don't. But yeah, let's go through some quick stuff. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this, but I do want to show you what I found. Um, so first of all, up here, when I click here, I'm gonna build a Chaos Demons list because I play Chaos Demons. Um, and then you can see your detachment points. And let's do a Shadow Legion list, and we'll do a Warp Tide uh, detachment as well. So now I've got my 3 detachment points. I could also choose something like Warp Tide, Lords of the Warp, and Cavalcade. That'll give me 3 detachment points. Um, Typically, you're going to do a 2.1 and then a 1.1, or you can just choose a 3.1. Like Demonic Incursion is 3 points. Um, I don't want to play with just 3 points in one detachment though, so I'm not going to choose that typically. Um, you can see that it shows you what your force disposition is here. So for Cavalcade of Chaos is going to be Disruption. These one cost detachment points give you access to others, right? So if I want to play Purge the Foe, I might do Lords of the Warp. Um, or if I want to do Reconnaissance, I might do Warp Tide. Um, or and then there's others, right? Like, so this is priority assets for Slanesh. I think Zinch is the same. I know Blood Legion. Guess what it is? Purge the Foe, because Corn, right? So just deciding what you want to do there is up to you. However you like to play is really important, I think, in that. But right now, I'm going to take this off, and then I'm going to do a Shadow Legion list because I want to show you some neat stuff. So in here, I'll just call it Shadows. I'm not going to build a real list right now, but I want to show you kind of what this thing will do. So first of all, I'm going to pick a character, and I'm going to pick a Bloodmaster. And then I'm going to choose, what else do I want? Let's just pick one leader and one, yeah, I'll do one leader for each of these. Need a leader for Zinch. We'll do that. Okay, so I've got one of my leaders for each unit, right? So now I'm going to go in here and I'll give him let's give him Phage of Darkness. And we'll give this boy Leaping Shadows. I want my pink horse to scout. And then we'll do Mantle of Gloom for the Poxbringer. So now I've got all that, and I'll make him my warlord. So you can see that now it's all fancy pantsed. Over here, I'm going to just add some battle line units because I picked the battle line detachments. So I'm going to put in that, and I'll grab a Pink Horrors unit. I want to show you Nurglings specifically, and I want to show you Demonettes. And let's do a Plague Bearer unit. Let's just grab one of each of these, just for funsies. So, one of the things that I think is super, super fun this edition with Nurglings, and this is just a Nurgling thing, I'm going to make a 6-man unit, and I'm going to give him Soul Hungry Slaughterers. This allows me to do a heroic intervention for -1 CP or an Overwatch. Well, they can't shoot. What's my invalid warrior selection? I don't know why I did that, but whatever. So this gives me a free heroic intervention with Nurglings. That seems super funny and super fun to me, so I want them to have that. Then, on my Demonettes, I'm going to come in here, and I am going to give them Baneforged weapons. This gives them +1 strength, and it did that again. know why it's saying that I have more than... Oh, yes. Just take that off. That's fine. So, you can see you can only choose 3 enhancements still. Or how many do you say? 4, I guess? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 enhancements total. And, you know, I'm still exploring this as well as, you know, showing you guys. What I want to show you though, check this out. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to duplicate that. And then I'm going to duplicate these. And then I'm going to come in here. I want them to have Bane Forged weapons, and I want them to have Bane Forged weapons. You can pick up to 3 units to have Bane Forged weapons. I think that's pretty neat. And then I can give all of my nerdlings Soul Hungry Slaughterers, because the next 2 don't count towards your stuff. So that is 18 nerdlings that can now heroically intervene and disrupt the plans. At -1 CP, it means I can actually do a 6-inch charge into another unit that's not even one that charged. I can just charge them in their phase, so that's pretty neat. Anyway, it's not really about what it does so much as you can choose up to 3 units that get that stuff. And I can take here and I can attach a unit to the leader, and he is now part of that squad, and you have to do that to be tournament legal now. If you're playing at home, nobody cares. Do what you want. Attach him to the pink horrors. Attach him to the plague bearers. And I'm going to grab a Hell Flare. Add an extra one there. And come back up to the Torment Bringer. And attach him there. So now I've got all my units attached. I've got all my guys upgraded. So I got Fade to Darkness on that. What if I wanted to do a Bane Forged weapon over here? They don't have to be the same. I could put it on these guys. It's just got to be battle line units. Cost me 15 extra points for my Bloodletters. Makes them 125 points, but gives them +1 strength to their weapons. And if you look at Bloodletters melee weapons, that's 2 attacks, hits on 3s, strength 5, AP 2, 2 damage. That's not so shabby. And in this one, they can advance and charge, advanced shooter charge, and so it's really pretty good. So that's a bit about that. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to back out. Let's see, I was in a tournament. I can upload the roster to a BCP event. That's pretty neat. Now, War Journal. I'm going to go to this and delete it so I can show you. Type in my name, Chaos Demon Ben. Opponent's name, Johnny. Link to a BCP event if I wanted. Choose my army. Choose the one I just created there. Gives me battle ready points unless I'm not battle ready. Now you can connect with your opponent's app. And I'm not real sure how that's done. Let's see here. I'm not on the internet because I don't want this to be interrupted by notifications on my phone. So, but I can set up my opponent's army. Let's say I'm fighting a... who do I want to fight? Let's fight... I like fighting Space Marines, so we'll fight some Ultramarines, because that seems normal. We'll do Armored Spear Tip to make it fast. So now we got to choose a mission. So we've connected the two different armies that are going to fight. Their different detachments. That gives us our force dispositions. And so now I can choose Purge the Foe and Reconnaissance because I brought two different detachments, and he can choose Take and Hold only. So I'll do Purge the Foe. He'll do Take and Hold. We'll continue, and this will give us our missions for what we're fighting on. Tells us everything we need to know about that. We'll create the battlefield. We can do let's just do this one. We'll say that that's the one that we need. You can choose a twist if you want. Choose attacker defender. You roll off. Let's say you win. Most everyone does tactical. You start the battle. Deployment. Who wins? My opponent wins this time. So opponent goes round 1 apparently. And what's cool here is that it actually gives us all of the secondaries as well. So let's say I draw a secondary, draw random, confirm missions. What do we get here? Forward position and overwhelming force, and then I've got unstoppable force as my primary. Now I can press that and it'll tell me what I actually had to do. 1 or more enemy units were destroyed this turn. 3 victory points. Tap back. Let's say forward position. What is that? If it is drawn the first battle round, you can draw 1 new secondary mission card and shuffle this card back into your deck. Secondary mission deck. End of your turn, you control your opponent's home objective and or expansion objective. That's 5 victory points. Overwhelming force. For each enemy unit at the start of the turn within range of 1 or more objectives and is destroyed. Up 3 victory points up to 5. So you can keep track and score your points. Now let's say I don't score forward position. I can keep it, but still next round I can draw 2 more cards. Maybe not. Bring it down. No prisoners and outflank. Apparently I did it on the other one. So you can see we got 3 different missions there. That's totally fine. And maybe the app's just a little janky. I don't know. Anyway, so it's pretty cool. It keeps your scoring for you and everything. You can come up here, look at your list. Same old stuff that it used to be over here. And this will give you who's winning and your total score. Let's see what it does when we complete the game. Hey, I beat Johnny 15-10. Finished the battle. We played to the end of the game. End bell. Ta-da! So that shows everything. Alright, I've got a Warhammer community over in Skool. If you want to come check it out, come play with me. I give away stuff. Bye.